Hi everybody. Okay, this was not part of the plan, but technology hates me, YouTube in particular, and I'm getting the spinning wheel of death, even though it says it was posted and published. It didn't. So, you get me in all of my amazingness, I guess you could say. So I hope this is actually working. I'm trying to look at multiple things to see if it is. Oh yeah, there I am. Okay. Sorry. Alright, hi. My name is Kelly Welter, and you don't get my video testimonial, you get my Facebook Live testimonial, because life happens. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, because there's several people on here that don't know me. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am a CPA. I am a partner in a firm here that specializes in individual and business taxation, and I am a mom of 4, 3 boys, 1 girl, 21, 16, 13, and 11. I began my essential oils journey about 3 years ago. When I was having a lot of health problems and I was looking for alternatives. I actually will try to get my video posted later, but it's like 14 minutes, so I'm going to try to shorten it up here. Basically, I was 41 years old at the time, and I was on 7 medications that the doctors prescribed to me for Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, adrenal fatigue, migraines, what else? Oh, lots of hormone issues, allergies, at the time pain, because I had been in a car accident and like 12 years previous and had tore every muscle in my back. So I was having a lot of issues and I was not doing well. I was taking medications to take care of the side effects from medications. And then I started having some female issues. And I wondered if... Sorry, I have to stop looking at the computer. I wondered if they thought I had cancer for about a month. I was told I was going to have to go in for surgery. And it didn't end up being cancer, and the surgery did not end up being as bad, but they said I was going to be on medications for basically the rest of my life to take care of all these issues. And I said, okay, enough is enough. You guys have to tell me if this sound works. I can't even tell. For basic. Oh, there we go. I was checking myself. Sorry. I also had a son that has Asperger's and is on the autism spectrum. And his, of course, the schools and the teachers had said, you need to put him on medications. You need to put him on medications, and we didn't want to do any of that. So we decided, my husband and I, that we really needed to take control over our lives and get our health and our wellness back, because we were not pleased with the way things were going. It's scary to hear the statistics that our generation, my kids' generation, will not live as long as we do. In a time where there is so much money spent on science and research and technology to solve all these health issues, and we're actually sicker than we've ever been before. So we started looking at different ways to, not necessarily solve it, but hopefully come up with better alternatives for our own family. I started looking at alternative options, alternative medicine, and I was like, okay, well, these, synthetic medications have only been around for about just over 100 years. So what did they do before that? So I started researching and discovered essential oils. They go all the way back to the Bible, and I'm actually going to, talk about that a little later. That's what they used. These were God's gifts to us in nature to help with all kinds of issues. So I started researching essential oil companies. And at the time, there was one that had been around for a long time, about 20 years at that point. And then there was several others that had been popping up in previous years, because essential oils, people were just like me, starting to fight the system. And whenever people do that, it becomes a trend. And that's when people come out of the woodwork thinking they have the knowledge, the skills, the science, and the money. So anyway, but I did my research because I'm a CPA. That's what I do. I'm all about due diligence and ethics and morals. And I didn't trust what anybody else said. So I looked into it. And in researching, looking at lawsuits, looking at reviews, looking at cases, I decided to go with Young Living Essential Oils. And I was only looking for the top quality when it came to customer service and product and knowing where everything came from. So after that, I bought my kit and I used it. And see, it arrived during tax season. It was March 2014. It arrived during tax season. I was really stressed out, and I was sitting in my chair, and I had told you about, I had the chronic issues with my back. And I noticed after working like a 15-hour day, I put some stress away on the back of my neck because it smelled amazing, and I loved it, and I really needed it. And hello, it had the word stress away in it, and that's what I was really looking for at that point. So I put it on the back of my neck, and I noticed that night that it was more comfortable to sit in my chair. I didn't have to go back and, get any ibuprofen out or anything to sit comfortably. But I just thought that my posture must have been right. But because this was like a 24/7 thing for me, I didn't think too much about it. I used it again for the next couple days because I liked it, and I'm not a big perfume person. I have a really sensitive nose. Or synthetic perfumes. So I used it as my perfume, and I noticed 2 days later I was still just as comfortable sitting in the chair, and I wasn't having to go get any of the ibuprofen out of the cupboard. So I started researching that and discovered that you carry your stress, your trauma, you carry your stress in your trauma points. My trauma point was right here on the back of my neck from my accident. There was a constant bump there. So it made sense as I was applying this that maybe I was getting some relief. That sold me immediately. Then I started trying some of the other oils that I wanted to use. And within several days, I saw relief in different things, including sleeping better. And I actually placed another order. I researched to see, okay, I've got these health issues. My son has these health issues. My daughter has health issues. Are there other oils out there that can maybe help me? And within a week, I put in another order with Young Living with some of those specific targeted oils. And within a month, I was medication free. We then started looking at our surroundings because I discovered that there was so much more than just essential oils. There was such thing as a chemical-free home. I'd never really even thought about that, except for the fact that everybody wants to use something all natural and everybody wants to go organic, and you see products all the time, and of course we did because we were told we were supposed to, and we wanted to be better parents. But anyway, we got these household cleaner. That was the first thing we used, and it kind of stemmed from there. My husband actually fell in love with that side of it and quickly rid our house of all the chemicals and toxins. As we started researching more about hormone disruptors and the fact that a woman is exposed to 300 chemicals a day, that's crazy to me. So I started sharing my stories, and I was happier and healthier than I'd ever been before. My kids were happier and healthier than they'd ever been before. So I started telling people about my stuff, and pretty soon people were ordering from me. They're like, I want to be just like you. It's like the first and last time ever anyone's ever said that to me. Anyway, I ordered oils for people that I was seeing relief with, like stress relief and sleep and the boosting of the immune system. And pretty soon my monthly orders that I was putting in were full of oils for other people. And then this little thing happened, and checks started showing up in the mail. And I'm like, so you mean I just need to talk about my life and me, and you're going to pay me for it. And I was like, yes. And I'm like, well, we're going to be doing this all the time. And that's how I got into an accidental business. So it just kind of developed from there. We've completely fallen in love. Our entire family has fallen in love with essential oils and all the supplements. And we don't look at it as just buying essential oils. We look at it as, okay, these are the products we were going to be buying anyway, from Target or Walmart or wherever, with supplements and vitamins and lotions and shampoos and cleaners. Why don't we buy something that's actually good for us and that it's safe for our family? So we made this journey. We jumped into this journey 3 years ago, and it's been the best thing we ever did. I don't have to worry about my dog, who is a lab, an English lab, and will eat or drink anything. I just cleaned her pool this weekend. Rather using bleach and some of the other nasty stuff that she would then have on her fur and would bring into the house and get up against all the kids' skin, I cleaned it with Thea's household cleaner, and it was amazing. So it was safe for her, safe for my kids, safe for me. And more than anything, I'm pleased that I wish I had had this knowledge 20 years ago. I wish I'd known about this 20 years ago, because things would have been different. My health would have been different. I'm pleased that I can now start my kids and this generation on a healthier path and provide them the knowledge and fight against the system and say, you don't have to use this just because someone told you had to, just because it was the product or medication of the month. This is what you need to do to keep your family safe and to live longer. So that's my story. I'm going to go back to the regular posting. I apologize for jumping on here and doing live. I'm really glad nothing embarrassing happened. Enjoy the rest of the class if you're watching this for the class. If you have any questions, please let me know.